Have you ever stopped to consider how much power your thoughts have over your life? In this video, we are diving into a simple yet profound idea. What we think, we become. This concept has been echoed by great thinkers throughout history, from Buddha to modern-day psychologists, and it has the potential to completely transform how you approach your personal growth journey. In this two-part series, we are going to explore how your thoughts shape your beliefs, and in turn, how those beliefs guide your actions and shape your reality. Let's start with why your thoughts matter. Think about this. Every decision you make, every action you take begins with a thought. Before you apply for a job, you might think, can I really do this? Before you start a business, you might wonder, what if I fail? Your mind is constantly talking to you, whether you realize it or not. Those thoughts shape how you view yourself, the world around you, and the opportunities before you. Now imagine the impact if those thoughts were supportive as opposed to self-defeating. Imagine instead of doubting yourself, if your inner dialogue was, I can figure this out. I have what it takes. How much more confident would you feel? How many opportunities would you seize as opposed to letting them slip by? This shift in mindset can be the difference between taking a step toward your dreams and staying stuck in hesitation. James Allen, the author of As a Man Thinketh, famously wrote, "You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you." Pause and let that sink in. The very life you're living right now, your successes, your challenges, and your habits are a direct reflection of the thoughts that you've been nurturing. If your thoughts have this much power, wouldn't it make sense for us to choose them wisely? Your thoughts act like a compass, pointing you towards the life you're creating. If you're constantly focused on what's wrong or what's missing, or why you can't succeed, your actions will naturally mirror that negativity. You'll hesitate, you'll procrastinate, and ultimately give up before you even try. But when your thoughts are rooted in possibility, in growth and solutions, you begin to approach life differently. Suddenly, the challenges become opportunities to learn. Failure becomes stepping stones towards success. And you begin to act with confidence, not because you have all the answers, but because you trust yourself to figure it out along the way. Consider this. Your thoughts aren't just abstract ideas floating around your head. They are incredibly influential. Neuroscience has shown that our brains are wired for something called neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire and strengthen neural pathways based on repetitive thoughts and behaviors. This means the more you think a certain way, the more automatic those thoughts become. If you constantly think, I'm not good enough, your brain will work to reinforce that belief, ultimately making it feel like an unshakable truth. But the opposite is also true. By intentionally focusing on empowering thoughts like I am capable, I am resourceful, I can handle challenges, you can train your brain to default to positivity and confidence. So how do you take control of your thoughts? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. When self-doubt or negativity creeps in, don't let it go unchecked. Challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this really true? Is there another way to look at this? Replace the unhelpful thoughts with thoughts that will serve you. For example, instead of thinking, I'll never be able to do this, reframe it to, this is a challenge, but I am learning and growing through it. Gratitude also plays a role. When you focus on what you're thankful for, it shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. You begin to see the good in your life, and it reinforces positive thoughts and actions. Ultimately, your thoughts are the foundation of everything you do. They shape your beliefs, your emotions, and your actions. And by choosing to cultivate thoughts that empower you, you're taking the very first step to creating the life that you want. Because the truth is, your thoughts don't just describe reality, they create it. Choose wisely. Another thing to consider is that your thoughts don't just float by as fleeting ideas. They have the power to solidify into beliefs. And beliefs are where the transformation happens, whether that be good transformation or bad transformation. Your thoughts shape how you see yourself, how you interpret the world, and ultimately, what you believe is possible in your life. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden. Each thought you entertain is a seed, and the ones you water through repetition and focus grow into strong, deeply rooted beliefs. The funny thing is, the challenge is that many of us nurture weeds instead of flowers. Imagine someone who thinks, I'm not good at this. At first, it's just a passing thought. But the more it's repeated, especially when reinforced by self-doubt or external criticism, it becomes a belief. This belief then begins to dictate how you navigate in life. If you're someone that believes that you're not good enough, in relationships, you might settle for less than you deserve, thinking that you're just lucky to be loved in the first place. At work, you might avoid speaking up in meetings or shy away from leadership roles because you believe that you're not capable. In personal goals, you might hesitate to dream big, afraid of failing and feeling unworthy of success. Beliefs are powerful because they act like filters for how we see the world. When someone believes they're not good enough, they'll look for evidence to confirm that belief, like an offhand comment from a colleague or a minor setback, and dismiss anything that challenges it, like praise or accomplishments. It's called confirmation bias, and it's why breaking free from limiting beliefs is so difficult. But here's the incredible part. Beliefs aren't permanent. They are learned, which means that they can be unlearned if you choose to. As Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. This is the essence for how beliefs work. If you believe that you're capable, you will approach challenges with confidence and persistence. You'll take action. You'll learn from failure. And ultimately, you'll keep moving forward in life. Conversely, if you believe that you're destined to fail, you'll hesitate. You'll self-sabotage. You'll quit at the first sign of difficulty. Your beliefs, whether empowering or limiting, are creating a self-fulfilling prophecy in your life. The shift isn't just about thinking positively, but rewiring your deeply held beliefs to align with the person that you want to be. This process takes time, but it's absolutely achievable with intention and practice. So how do you begin to rewire your beliefs? Number one, identify your limiting beliefs. Start by paying attention to the recurring thoughts that are holding you back. These often begin with phrases like, I can't, I'm not, I'll never. For example, I'm not smart enough, I'll never succeed at this, or I'm just not good with people. Write these down. Seeing them on paper makes them tangible and easier to confront. Number two, challenge their validity. Ask yourself, is this belief absolutely true? Because often you'll find that that belief is based on a past experience, a past fear, or someone else's opinion, but not necessarily an unchangeable fact. For instance, maybe you failed a test once and determined that you weren't smart. But think about it. Does one failure truly define your intelligence? I don't think so. Number three, create new empowering beliefs. Replace each limiting belief with a new thought that supports the life that you want to create. Instead of saying, I'll never succeed, try every failure is bringing me closer to that success. The key is to frame it in a way that is believable yet aspirational. Number four, reinforce through repetition. Beliefs are formed through repetition. So to rewire your mindset, you need to reinforce your new thoughts daily. Use affirmations, journaling, visualization to remind yourself of the new belief that you've adopted. For example, write your empowering thought in a journal each morning or say it out loud when self-doubt creeps in. Number five, take aligned action. Your actions reinforce your beliefs. Start small by taking a step that aligns with your new belief. If you're telling yourself, I'm capable of taking on challenges. Take on a task that you've been avoiding. Each win, no matter how small, builds evidence to support your new belief and strengthens it over time. Changing your beliefs doesn't require an overnight transformation. It's about making small, consistent shifts in how you think about yourself and your abilities. Over time, these shifts compound, spilling over to your actions, your decisions, and your outcomes. Remember, the beliefs you hold today are not set in stone. They are simply the result of past experiences and repeated thoughts. By choosing to rewrite your narrative, you're not only changing your mindset, you're changing your life. Because ultimately, the strongest force in human behavior is the need to stay consistent with who we believe we are. Make sure your beliefs reflect the best version of you. The power of your mind is truly transformative. And the steps we've covered today are just the beginning of how you can reshape your reality. In part 2, we'll explore how these beliefs drive your actions and dive into tools like visualization to help you take empowered steps towards your goal. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video, because your journey to growth is just getting started. Remember, what we think, we become. Always remember that growth is a journey. It's not a destination. I'm in it with you, and I'll see you on the next one.